Hello and welcome back to my channel, everyone. I am Natalie Schlute, your manifestation coach. And today's episode is tips for parenting an empath. I have been getting a lot of people connecting with me that have been asking questions about their children. Children nowadays are being born into an entirely new vibrational frequency on planet Earth. And so we do have a lot of very highly sensitive children. Not only that, all of the parents are more psychically awake as well. We're in this phase on planet Earth where the vibration has changed. We've went from a very dense reality into a more fluid and a lighter reality as we've shifted in the cosmos. And so the vibration on planet Earth is a lot lighter, meaning we are able to tap into things that are less dense, and that is the spiritual world. We're more easily able to tap into other people's emotions as empaths. We are more easily able to tap into psychic things going on in the collective consciousness here on planet Earth and elsewhere. We are more easily able to channel spirit guides, angels, and other things as well. And so it's a really unique time and place being on planet Earth where we are right now. Not only do we have all these energetic things going on, we're also in this technology age where information is just rampant. Like the internet has given us so many resources. There is so much out there to take in and to learn from, and we are more connected than we ever have been before. So as people are waking up, they're asking more questions, they're finding more answers, and there's a lot of information out there, both on podcasts, YouTubes, blogs, and other websites, and people teaching a lot of this work like me. And so this information, as you as an adult, most likely that is listening to this right now, as you are waking up, you're finding this information because you want to help your children. You want to help them grow and evolve and support them to the best of your abilities. And so this is all about how you can help your children who are empaths. Help them to guide them, to teach them how to be more aware of themselves and how to be aware of their emotions, how to define what their emotions are and what emotions are coming from elsewhere, and how to help them feel really safe with what they're experiencing on a very intuitive level. It's going to be very important. So there's 4 primary things I'm going to cover in this particular episode about parenting an empath. So as an empath means that you're someone who can genuinely feel other people's emotions, and those emotions may influence you in a lot of ways because you're taking on other people's vibrational frequency from the emotions that they're giving off. Because every thought, every emotion has a frequency, it's a vibration, and we can feel that. We are sensitive human beings and we can feel other people's emotions. So when we feel that, suddenly now it's influencing our emotional state of being. And as children, often they don't know how to manage their own emotions. They don't know how to manage when they're picking up other people's emotions, and they may not even realize consciously that they're doing it, but they're so open and they're so ready to just take everything in. And so as a parent, it's going to be important to teach them in very simple terms how they can learn how to manage their own emotions, how to be emotionally smart, and how to have that capacity to verbalize and process what they're thinking and feeling on a daily basis. The first thing you can teach your children is to label their emotions. Ask them how they're feeling. Can they put a label on it? Can they say, I feel angry, I feel sad, I feel hurt, I feel happy, I feel weird, whatever it is. Have them put a label on it. And then maybe even ask them, what are they feeling in their body? Get them to start to observe what's going on in their body, because that's where we receive intuitive information. Do they feel something in their heart? Do they feel something in their belly? Do they feel something in their head? Where are they feeling the energy? That way they can be aware. When you start asking them these questions, then suddenly they start asking themselves these questions, and they will get in the habit and pattern of asking themselves, how do I feel? Where do I feel it in my body? And what do I feel in my body? Does it feel heavy? Does it feel light? Does it feel good? Does it feel bad? Does it feel open? Does it feel scary? Get them to, in simple terms, define what they're physically feeling and what they're emotionally feeling. The second thing I want you to train your children to do is ask them, where is this emotion or feeling coming from? The 2 places that it can be coming from is most likely a thought that they're having. Do you feel scared because of a thought you're thinking? And if it is, what is that thought? They might be scared because they're thinking a scary thought That's not really based off of anything that's happening in the real world. It's just a fear that comes up. Maybe a fear of their bunny dying, or a fear that their friend's not be their friend anymore, or they're afraid of something else. Maybe they have some irrational fears that are going on, and that's causing their emotions. So if you can figure out what's going on in their mind that may be triggering the emotion, that's one way to define what they're feeling, so that they learn how to navigate their own thoughts in relation to their emotions. You can also ask them, are you feeling this way because of a thought you're thinking, or are you feeling other people's energy? Are you feeling other people's emotions? And that will allow them to start to self-reflect. And they may start to pay attention to how other people's energy, their friends, their siblings, and so forth, is affecting their energy. This was a question I wish I had known to ask myself as a child, because had I realized that what I was feeling wasn't my own, that it was actually coming from someone else, somewhere else, that would have given me a very different perspective. So see if you can play around with how you ask these questions in a way that your child will best understand it. But ask them, are you feeling someone else's emotions? They may say, I don't know. But they may ask themselves that question over and over again. Or if you keep bringing it up periodically, eventually they might start to build that awareness and that differentiation between someone else and them. And once you can define that, once you can observe that and feel that and the subtle differences, suddenly it brings a new level of awareness. These are all things that we can do as adults too, but they're things that you can train your children to do as well. The third thing I want you to do is to normalize the experience. Let them know it's okay to feel sad. It's okay to be scared. It's okay to feel angry. These are normal human emotions. It's important to normalize this, because we want children, and even as adults, we need to feel safe in our bodies. We need to feel safe with what we're experiencing. And when we don't feel safe with what we're feeling, what we're thinking, what our body sensations are bringing us, what our emotions are bringing us, well, now we're living at a state of fear and survival. This creates an entire physiological response where your heart rate goes up, the blood flow in your body completely changes, the blood flow to your brain completely changes, your eyes dilate. It creates an entire physiological response when we're in fear, when we don't feel safe. So it's important to train yourself and your children to feel safe no matter what you're feeling. If you're having anxiety, if you're experiencing a panic attack, train yourself to be okay with it. When you train yourself and you teach yourself and you guide yourself by self-talk, self-coaching, self-parenting, or doing this with a child, coaching them through it, it's okay to feel these emotions. Suddenly those emotions start to subside. When we realize that it's okay to feel uncomfortable, then we start to feel comfortable being uncomfortable. And then a lot of the pain actually goes away. A lot of the emotions go away. A lot of the physical sensations go away, because suddenly we feel safe in our environment simply by knowing that it's okay to be safe being uncomfortable. We want to honor what we're feeling, and you want your children to honor what they're feeling instead of suppressing it or trying to push it away or pretending like it's a bad thing or not allowing yourself to fully process it and feel it. That's when things start to build up and repress, and those vibrations, those energies, those emotions can get trapped in the cells of our body, in our tissue, and we can hold on to them for many years if we don't allow ourselves to feel it and know that it's okay to feel it when it's happening. And then the fourth thing that I want you to do with yourself or your child is teach them that they get to choose how they feel. I wish someone had taught me this when I was a child. I wish I had known this as a teenager or even as an early adult. It took me until my mid-20s to realize that I could choose my own emotions. I thought that everything was just an automatic reaction. And when I had emotional meltdowns and when I was being hypersensitive and I was blowing things out of proportion, I just thought I couldn't control it. I just thought, this is it. This is who I am. This is the way it is. But we have a choice. We have a choice on the thoughts we think, and we have a choice on how we get to feel. And when you choose how you feel and you train yourself to keep coming back to that vantage point, when you keep coming back to the idea of Natalie likes to feel calm, she likes to feel confident, she likes to trust that everything is exactly as it should be, she's exactly where she's meant to be at every given time, that there's always something better coming, that life is always getting better and better. There are always happy opportunities on the horizon. When you choose how you want to feel, suddenly you now take your power back. You take control over your life. You take control over your thoughts. You take control over your emotions. And you're no longer at the whim of all of the people around you, whether it's the children in the playground or as an adult, whether it's your peers. You get to choose. You genuinely get to choose. And this is how you transition and create healthy boundaries and a healthy process. First, by acknowledging what's going on, by labeling it, by allowing yourself to experience it, allowing yourself to be safe, feeling uncomfortable, and then making a conscious decision of this is how I want to feel today. You can teach your kids that they get to choose to be happy. Happiness is a choice. Fun is a choice. It's not always based off of external circumstances. We can choose to have fun doing whatever. We can choose to have fun washing the dishes. We can choose to have fun cleaning our bedrooms up or cleaning up the playroom. We can choose to enjoy these moments, or we can choose to feel crappy about these moments. But the experience is our choice. And because it's our choice, that's where we get to choose the quality of life that we have. And when you know that you have that power over your life, it gives you the power to be, do, or have anything you desire. And so teaching your child to choose their emotional state, to choose their thoughts at a very young age, gives them so much power in their life. It's harder to create that habit as an adult. It's doable because I did it as an adult and I'm still doing it and working on it and evolving every single day. But that is what got me to be from where I was 10 years ago as an empath, being emotional, highly sensitive, being triggered left and right, over exaggerating everything, having emotional breakdowns, having it, all of that stuff affect my immune system, to where I am now, where I don't have emotional breakdowns anymore. It's been years because I've worked on my mindset. I've done the trauma healing. I've let myself feel my emotions and I move through them very quickly. And I choose how I think and how I feel every day. And this is what every empath needs to do, whether you're a child or whether you're an adult. But this is a very simple 4-step process that you can use to guide your children, your empath children, to taking a little more control of their body, to taking control of their reality, and giving them the power to be, one, really, really aware of all those subtle nuances that they're experiencing, being aware of what's going on in their body, being aware of what other people are feeling emotionally. You know, have these conversations with them. It may take more than one, but I guarantee you it will make a difference and it will work. Please share this episode with friends, family, on social media, anyone that you think would find this really valuable and helpful as a parent and as an empath yourself too, if that's you. The more people get to watch this and see this, the more we can change the planet, one person at a time, by learning how to support ourselves and our children as highly sensitive empaths. This is a beautiful process, a really important process, and it's something that we all need to be aware of and know and apply into our lives. Thank you so much for watching. I have lots more to come. Be sure to subscribe, like, and hit that bell so you get notified every time I have new episodes for you. I also have a lot of free resources on my website in my free metaphysical and manifestation download library. I have guides specifically around empath abilities, so you can download all of those freebies. And in addition to that, I have entire playlists on my YouTube channel just for empaths. So the more you learn about what an empath is, how it works, how to manage and process all of these empath skills and abilities, and how to use it as a superpower, the better you will be able to educate your children and your friends and even work on yourself. So be sure to binge watch all of those episodes and those playlists, and I can't wait to see you in the upcoming episodes.